Hi Jordan, my name is Bridget. I'm your therapist. How are you doing today?
I'm alright.
Okay, today I'm going to be taking you through some special tests for your lower extremity. So I'll just be explaining the tests as we go along, telling you what they're for and everything. Do you have any pain with your hip, your ankle, or your knee?
Alright now.
Okay. Alright, well we'll go ahead and get started then. You can lay on your back. The first test we're going to be doing is called the Fader test, and this is a test for hip joint pathologies, intra-articular pathologies. If you can put this ankle on your knee, and got a little tight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna press down right here, and it's positive if you have any pain in your hip or repercussions. You good? All right. The next test we're gonna do is called the Scour test, and it's testing for the same thing. It's testing for intra-articular pathologies. So I'm going to take your knee up. And this is also positive if you have pain in your hip joint. The next test we're going to do is called Eli's test. If you'll roll over, this is a test for rectus femoris tightness. I'm just going to bend your knee. You can just relax. You look good. A positive sign for this test would be if your hip flexed or your pelvis anteriorly rotated on the mat. So you look good. The next test we're going to do is called the Lockman's test. This is a test for ACL tears. So I'm just going to bend your knee right there. And that test will be positive if you had greater than 3 millimeters of translation. The next test we're going to do is called the anterior drawer test. I'm just going to bend your knee. Is it okay if I sit on your foot? And I'm just going to pull forward. And this test would be positive if you had greater than 5 millimeters of translation in this test. And the last test we're going to do is called the loss of extension test, and this is also for ACL tears. And so what I would do is just pull your ankle up off the mat, keeping your knee down, and we would have another examiner measure the distance between your right and your left leg. And then a positive sign for this would be if you had a difference in the amount that your knee extends. Okay, the next test we're going to do is called the Godfrey's sag test, and this is testing for PCL tears. So I'm just going to pick your legs up. And on a positive test, we would see the tibial tuberosity sink back, so one of them would be more visible than the other one. The next test we're going to do is Barrett's stress test. This is testing your lateral collateral ligament. So I'm just going to apply force right here. And on that test, if it was positive, we would see excessive laxity in your knee, and you would lack an midfield on that one. And the last test we're going to do is Apley's test, and this is for meniscal tears. So if you can just roll over on your stomach. I'm just going to be twisting your knee. And a positive test would be if you had pain or clicking in your knee on that test. The next test we're going to do is called the Vesely test, and what I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to stand on your left leg. You don't have to do it yet, and you're going to just get a little bit of bend in your knee, and you're going to rotate over it like this, and then we're going to get you to bend a little bit more, just about like right there. We're going to do the same thing, okay? All right, and this is for meniscus tears, and it's positive if we have pain or clicking when we do it, okay? The next test we're going to do is the patella glide and tilt, and this is just to test for patellar instability. So I'm just going to glide your patella, and it would be considered instability if you had greater than 1 millimeter of translation. And then the patellar tilt is just an observation. If your lateral structures were tight, such as your IT band, you may have a lateral tilt where the medial border of your patella is raised up. The next test we're going to do is called the Thompson test, and this is just a test for tears of your Achilles tendon. So I just want you to roll over, and you can hang your legs off the mat. positive sign would be if your ankle didn't plantar flex any, but yours is plantar flexing, so you're good. This test is called the dorsiflexion lunge and compression test, and it's for syndesmotic injuries, so high ankle sprains. What I want you to do is I want you to lunge forward on your left leg. Do you have any pain or anything with that? All right, you can come back. I want you to lunge forward again, and this time I'm going to squeeze on your ankle. I just want you to tell me how it feels.
It's great.
Okay. A positive sign for that would be if you had a reduction in pain or an increase in range of motion. The next test we're going to do is called the impingement sign, and this is testing for anterior lateral impingement on your ankle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plantar flex your ankle, and then I'm going to apply some pressure right here as I dorsiflex it. And a positive sign would be if you had greater pain in dorsiflexion than plantar flexion. The next test we're going to do is called the medial talar tilt, and this is testing for joint instability after a lateral ankle sprain. So I'm just going to invert your foot. And that would be a positive test if you had excessive inversion or an empty infield.